Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Oluwafemi and also one of the participants for Think Outside the Box campaign. And I will be going with this topic: is the Belgium golden generation over? But before we delve into the analysis of this topic, we need to first answer some questions. Why is it that we call this Belgium golden? Why is it that we call this Belgium golden generation? Why can't we just call another country or another team like France, Spain, any other team like that as a golden generation? Golden generation are a set of players who have achieved success and or who is going to achieve success for their country. And Belgium, in the recent football years, few footballing countries have been blessed with a lot of world-class players like Belgium. Belgium possess a lot of players, a lot world-class players like Eden Hazard, Romelu Lukaku, Kevin De Bruyne, Thibaut Courtois, Vincent Kompany, and some other players like that. But one thing is common in this squad: they have achieved no success, or better said, they have achieved no meaningful success for their country. And in the last concluded tournament, that is the Euro 2021, Belgium squad is the most oldest squad in Euro 2021, which make us with an average of 30 years per person. And in a football career, 30 years you have if you are 30 years, you have already passed your prime. 30 years, you are not Zlatan Ibrahimovic, neither you are Cristiano Ronaldo. 30 years, you are done. That's it. So, this led us to this question: whether this golden generation is truly over or not. But before I answer this question, let's go back to the memory lane. In 2015, the Belgium admitted historic day: we shall be the first in the next FIFA ranking. Our next goal winning trophies. But like this adage, not everything that is glitter is gold, or better said, not everything that is gold glitters. Since 2015, Belgium have dominated the FIFA World Ranking but continue to fall short in the major tournaments. And the only achievement they can show forth is the golden bronze in Russia 2018. But in 2016, in Euro 2016, Belgium started as one of the favourites to win this trophy, as one of the favourites. But unfortunately, they crashed out in the quarterfinal against Wales. Against Wales. This made Belgium to sack their head coach Wilmot and appoint Robert Martinez in their preparation for Russia 2018. Wow. Honestly, Belgium qualified for Russia 2018 in a flying colour, winning 9 out of their 10 matches, scoring 43 goals and conceding just 6 in the process. And this is what to expect from players of such qualities, of such calibers, of such world-class players. That's what you can expect. Belgium topped their group, met Japan in the round of 16. This is one of the matches that you just expect the Belgium team to put off early. But unfortunately, they made themselves 2-0 in the halftime. But due to these qualities that they possess, they eventually won the match 3-2. Met Brazil in the quarter-final. Wow, the 5-time champion. The matches produced one of the best matches in the tournament. They eventually won 2-1, and they need to meet France again in battle for the final ticket. Sometimes life is cruel. Yes, I can tell you that. They want Spain going to meet France again. So this is actually, and we have people like England that is moving in a free phase. But such is life. I'm not baffled. Such is life. So they need to fight hard. But eventually they lost the match, one leading to Samuel Umtiti powerful header in the 51 minutes. They made themselves in the top place, won against England 2-0, won the Golden Balls. So Belgium arrived in Euro 2020 with a lot of expectation. This tournament was later played in 2021 due to the coronavirus issue. with a lot of expectation. Every football fans is boasting, wow, is this the year? Is this the year for this golden generation? Is this the year? And one thing that we need to put into consideration, like I've said before, this squad they are squad for is the most oldest squad. They we saw a difficult group. They made themselves in quarter final against Portugal. One Portugal, one it. Wow. Need to even battle against what? Against Italy again for the semi-final ticket. But eventually they lost their match 2-0. This is not normal. We can say that the Italy team, they were in form, still in form right now. But that is not what we expect from Belgium. We still expect a lot we expect a lot. They miss a lot, countless sitters, Romelu Lukaku, even Torgan Hazard. They miss countless sitters that they should have put the match to bed, at least even going to extra time. They crash out of the tournament. But that's not the end of life. Yes, like this Saturday, that's not the end of life. You can try again. But we need to put one thing into consideration, their age factor. Belgium, when we look at Thomas Vermaelen is 35 years, Vertonghen 32 years with no even club, Toby Alderweireld 32 years. So their backline, all their backlines, they are old. And coming to the likes of Mertens is 34 years, Lukaku is 30 years, and Witsel, Alex Witsel is already 32 years. And the next player that we can actually talk about are Courtois, Lukaku, De Bruyne. In the next year, they will all be almost 30 years, which make what the Qatar 2022 as the only option for this golden generation. So, football fans, do you think that this team have something to offer us in Russia in Qatar 2022? I actually don't think so. In my own view, in my own perspective, I actually don't think so. They have tried over the years, and when we put their defense line in consideration, there is no leader. Vincent Kompany has retired, and the next people in the line has retired. Belgium selected just 5 defenders for Euro 2021. Just 5 defenders, where England had four right back playing in one position. They selected just 5. Nobody. So I actually don't. But they have a talented player they can use to support. We have Telemans, we have Doku. We actually see what the guy played against Italy. But they still have Torgan Hazard. But with that golden generation, can they achieve anything meaningful? Can they achieve success in Qatar 2022? Like, even though if this player eventually fail to win any trophy, but I don't think, in my own perspective, these players has failed. They actually try, because sometimes life is not on our side, and it's not about effort. Everything is about grace. They lost Russia 2018 to France, the eventual winner. Also, what's it called? Euro 2021 to eventual winner, Italy. And the only tournament that we think that they should have fighted for is the Euro 2016. But that's life for you. So is this Belgium golden generation truly over or not? I can't really say. But I don't think that this team has nothing to offer us. When we put the consideration into factors, Eden Hazard is out of form, leaving only Kevin De Bruyne and Romelu Lukaku. And in the match against Italy, Kevin De Bruyne is also out due to injury. Some of the factors, and we have a lot of team building players. I think that this generation is over. But like I've said before, they have not failed the football fans. They have actually tried and they deserve what a lot of recommendation. Since 2015 they have been the first in the FIFA ranking. No players has ever done this before. 3 consecutive years in the FIFA ranking. No, they have actually tried and they deserve a lot of credit. But whether they can still win trophy or not is what we need to leave to chance, because sometimes life can just smile upon on you. If they have another easy task, easy run to the final like Croatia, anything can happen in final. Chelsea won the Champions League, anything can happen. When it is final, anything can happen. So I think maybe we put our decision till after Qatar 2022 and we can really visit this question again whether it is over or not. Thanks. My name is Oluwafemi Moses.